What's going on? Is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me on my way into Atlanta to come and kick it with y'all in person. I'm expecting for everybody within a 3-mile radius of Atlanta to be at the show and to have that conversation with me, because I guarantee you it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be 100% of a great time. So get your tickets, discount code Anton in the description. And then on top of that, the best day to join the Bag Chasers and the Patreon is the beginning of the month. So with it being the first of the month, as of the recording of this video, I'm expecting for y'all to get y'all money up. Let's get to that bag and let's run it up, all right? So aside from that, let's have a little bit of a conversation on my way into my gate. I think I'm over at A18. So I'm gonna head over to my gate, and I wanna have this conversation with you guys because Mark Cuban echoed the same sentiments as Michelle Obama, who echoed the same sentiments as Barack Obama, right? And what they were trying to convince you of is a couple different things. Number one, obviously, we know that they're Kamala Harris supporters, not necessarily because she's the best candidate, but because she was the person that was selected for us. They gave us Michelle Obama. They told us that that was the best person for us. We know better, but, you know, it's just another excuse for the black community and black culture. And then people that are incredibly liberal, I'm gonna meet you down there. People that are incredibly liberal to give themselves an excuse to stay on the Democratic plantation. Now, those of us that know, and those of us that took the red pill meaning that you're now aware and you're no longer a part of the matrix, but now you know what the truth is, we can't unsee it. And so because of that, we now have to divest ourselves from the Democratic plantation, because we're not looking for a handout. We're just looking for them to get out of our way. Even when it comes to reproductive rights. Reproductive rights is code word for deleting unwanted babies and using that as a form of contraception. Now, of course, we know that there's extremes like rape and incest, but for 99.9% of the population, that's not the case. So what they do is they repackage it and they give it to you when they say they're trying to take away your rights. It's the opposite. They want to play less of a role in your life. And that's why they're giving it back to the states for y'all to decide. They don't want the federal government in your lives. They want less government, less taxes, less invasion of your privacy, and more of your tax dollars when we get taxed, lower taxes, but when you do get taxed, more of your tax dollars actually to go to here in the United States of America, right? That's the foundation of the Republican Party. And when you hear people say, well, this is a democracy, no, this is a republic, right? And so we know what the foundation of the Republican Party is versus the Democratic Party. And so what they're using is two different things to try to convince you to vote one way. And the first thing that they're trying to use you for, because again, as I've just explained, we know that she's not the best candidate, nor is the party making sense for you. The first thing that they use in order to try to justify continuing to keep you on the Democratic plantation is to say that it's not necessarily about her, it's about him. It's not about whether or not she's the best candidate for you. We're voting against Donald Trump, even if it's against your best interest. I cannot believe how over a course of less than 10 years, less than 8 years, they've remanufactured this man's image to somehow be racist. Because that's amazing that we all loved him, we all supported him, we all rocked with him, we all bought his books, we all watched him on The Apprentice, we all looked at his real estate deals, we all looked at the art of the deal, we seen what his presidency was in the last 4 years that he was in office. But somehow, some way, they've made up this narrative that this man is going to 100% turn into Vladimir Putin and have absolute power and send everybody back to slavery. Well, first I need people to take a civics course, Civics 101. We have different layers of government and legislative branches, including the Congress, that basically funds the government. And unless it's an emergency like we've seen during the pandemic, the federal government is the ones that control what happens. And so the president has veto power. He has the ability to be able to take control if, you know, we have a situation where somebody invades America and we need to use our military powers in order to make sure that we quell that, something like that. But when it comes to approving finances and government resources and police and all of this stuff and passing laws, The reason why Donald Trump couldn't even get the wall built the way that he wanted to, even though he still passed 94 different things to prevent migrants from completely taking over our country, is because Congress, a Democrat-led Congress, prevented him to do so. The same Congress that Kamala Harris was in, the same one that she said that his whole immigration policy was stupid, and now she's trying to allocate $650 million to shore up our resources at the border that they then let all of these people into, and then they don't want to take it, they don't want to take accountability for. So what they're trying to get you to say is, we're voting against Trump. You mean the same one that had you at an economic powerhouse? The same one that prevented migrants from getting in here? The same one that had record job growth? The same one that had record wage growth? The same one that had record low inflation? And everybody was getting money. If you wanted to buy a home, you could afford to do so. Wanted to get a couple extra groceries? Absolutely, go ahead. You don't have to worry about it. Everybody is booming. Until we wanted to get Biden and Harris in there. She's a DEI hire. She was largely considered the worst vice president of all time prior to her being selected, and then all of a sudden she became the savior of black people, the next coming of Obama. Well, let me give you a little bit of insight. Obama wasn't the savior of black people. He didn't do anything for anybody specifically, and everything he did was according to the agenda that he wanted to push and a legacy that he wanted to leave, which largely tied to the alphabet community, right? So when we having these conversations, no matter how much they smooth talk you with Obama, we got to get back down to the truth. And the truth is that these people do not want you in your best situation because they want to tie you to the Democratic Party in order to maintain power. But Mark Cuban decided that he wanted to insert himself into it, and so he's become a huge Democratic supporter. Switched on Trump, don't want to take accountability for what it is that he do and how he continue to lead people into the mire. And so what he's trying to say is, again, back to the original conversation that I was having with y'all about Michelle Obama and Barack, is to go against your household, go against your Christian values, go against what you stand for, go against your husband, and vote for Kamala Harris, even if that's not what's best for you. He said, go against your husbands to vote for Kamala Harris. The same thing that Michelle Obama did. And then to add insult to injury, he also said that women that support Donald Trump are basically idiots. These people are so far out of touch. And it's not like he apologized. It's not like he acknowledged what he said and what he did wrong. He won't. He didn't. It's not going to happen. And then they threw LeBron James into the mix and he endorsed it too. I have no respect for these people. I don't care how much you like them. I don't care how much Shark Tank we watched. None of that stuff matters. None of it matters. Listen, if we gonna hold Trump accountable and we gonna say that we don't necessarily care about the fact that he was on The Apprentice, then why should we care about Mark Cuban on Shark Tank?
Anton.
What's going on, my friend? How you doing?
How's it going?
Chilling. Just talking to the people. You want to say what up?
What's up? How's it going?
Chilling, man.
Detroit, saw you out here vlogging. Wanted to say what's up, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you. What's your name?
Blake Albertson, B&B Lawn Care.
One of my
I do YouTube, man.
One of my best friends' names is Blake.
Really? That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. What's your YouTube channel?
B&B Lawn Care.
I like it. I love it.
I've been watching this guy years, man. I saw you walking around. I hear you talking about Detroit all the time. So this is where you're from, right?
Yep.
That's awesome,
About
dude.
to fly into Atlanta and kick it for a minute.
Heck yeah, bro.
Hey, man, nice to meet you, Blake.
Yeah, nice to meet you, dude.
Hey, y'all go and check out
awesome,
his YouTube
man.
channel. All right?
I appreciate it, dude.
All right, thank you, bro. Thank you. So make sure you guys tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off of life. I'm going to see y'all in Atlanta. I hope y'all got y'all tickets. Discount code Anton. And then we coming back to Detroit December 14th. Again, make sure y'all get y'all tickets. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Don't be finessed. We know what's happening.